Hey, welcome back. We're back in Timberborn again today, and we are back in the harbor with our small-ish colony, our starting colony, and we are having a bit of trouble here with some water, so we're going to start by fixing that today. And I've got the science already for getting another, or getting some platforms at least, so that we can get another water pump right there. And when they build that, hopefully that brings in more water. We've got water stored in these rivers here, and we've got a ton of water here if we absolutely have to have it, but I would rather not use it if we don't have to. There's some guy that's already out of stuff to do. Overachiever Beaver. Let's go ahead and get rid of those. Excellent. Let's see. We've got our tree farm coming in. So hopefully, as those get planted, I've just been adding more and more tiles of oak in, and our forester should be able to take care of that. Looks like we're going to need some more planks, so I got to start that back up for a minute. Let's see. Can we... You guys are just sitting there doing nothing, so we'll move you on. You have some dandelions, which is not going to really help us at the moment. The berries, though, are. So I'm going to tell you to prioritize the berries. Our little beaver here isn't doing anything, so he can go and find something else to do. Is that enough, though? Yeah, that should go ahead and help us get going. We could probably add a third pod here. Let's find another place to put. There we go. We'll put one pod there. They can build that in there. This guy, well, he's not doing... Well, he's doing a little bit, so we'll leave him to his job. He's at least getting something done. We're going to say one guy, but very important. And that should get stuff moved around much better. The tide is coming back in as the water cycle comes back in, which is good. This guy, he's doing all right, but he could be doing better. So we've got other things that he needs to be doing. In fact, it looks like we could go ahead and toss in maybe a slightly longer storage. Let's see. Long, tiny pile. No, long, tiny warehouse. That's what we want. We want the 2-piece there, and we'll do a 1 here. And we'll figure out what to put in those after a while. I'm not too worried about it. Our first industrial pile made it in. We'll put some more stuff on top of there. We might put another industrial pile in, though. Let's see. Large industrial pile. Where do I want to put that? I don't quite like it there. Let's put you down here for now, and we'll set that to planks so they can get that done. Are we back full on planks again? Yep, we sure are. Speaking of which, let's see if we can get over to this side of the river to pull in some of these trees while we wait for all of these to grow up in here. In fact, I better go ahead and... There we go. Fill those in. Where's my birch? There's my birch. And oak. All oak. There we go. Yeah, it doesn't know what to put in there yet. So we're going to say, whenever you can, start putting the cassavas in there. And whenever you can, start putting... where's the dandelions? How about the dandelions? Dandelions, there we go. At least they'll get moved around just a bit. That should help out. Our trees are doing just fine. We've got plenty of lumber. We just need, I think, a couple more beavers to run things. In fact, look at that. We've got enough to get them in here. I'm going to go back to normal on you. We're going to get 4 in here. I'm going to say, can I do 10? But we will do this as the lowest for now until we get more beavers going. Do we need this? No, we could wait on that. I'm going to get in another forester, though, to help us out with getting trees planted. The sooner we get them planted, the sooner they will grow, and the sooner we will have a huge amount of lumber. Now, how close are these berries? Some of the berries that started off, they are still probably 5 or 6 days away. Let's go ahead, demolish, not the buildings. We're going to demolish all of this because we don't need these berries. There we go. Are these set as high? High priority. Oh, looks like that one snuck up on us. We're going to say high priority, all of this, just so it gets done. Oh, somehow I missed one. I always miss at least one. I'm not sure why, but that's okay. We will get it covered, and we'll get all of this filled in with oak, so we shouldn't need trees for quite a while once that's in there. Is there another one here? No, not yet. Let's go trees, oak. We will plant you as well. And in the corner here, yeah, that's fine. You can stick with that for now. We'll just have a tree line by the coast, which, I guess that's not terrible. They should still be able to see out their windows through to the coast, or at least I hope they would be able to. We're going to go ahead, grab a couple more for water, because we will need that eventually. Just to help with whatever population we might get in here. I jumped the gun, I think, a little bit on this hauling post, so we're just going to set it back to the way we had it so things get moved around. There we go. Good old Chickill is going to move stuff for us. Is this really... I guess they can pick up stuff over here, so we'll leave that going for now. These up here are fine. This guy has been sitting up here for far too long, I think. I want somebody in here, without a doubt. Slow population always at the start on these. I don't know. It's just an iron tooth feature, I guess. Is anybody in here? Nope. We're going to pause you, because we don't quite need that yet. We're getting a little low on lumber, so I'm going to go ahead and get a couple of guys back in here. They can take down these trees that we do have. Are these out of range, maybe? Yeah. Well, I can fix that real quick. There. Now they should be in range to get all of that removed. I don't know that there's anybody that will be able to come over and pick up those berries before somebody else gets to them. But if not, we've still got a whole berry field over here that we're picking up from. We've got our first beaver injury here. Looks like, oh, we've got two. There's an injury and a broken tooth. So let's see what we can unlock for them. Teeth grindstone is already unlocked. So let's go ahead, toss you in. How about right there? And that'll fix the tooth problem. As for the bed problem, let's go ahead and see. We'll put a bed in here. Hopefully that'll help our clumsy beaver, and then we can sort of fix the job situation. But it's still going to take just a little bit to do. We're still going to be playing beaver hopscotch with the jobs for just a bit. Our beavers are definitely needing some more amusement, so we're going to take and we're going to put in some more storage here, because that's the most amusing thing. No, that's not why we're putting in the storage. Actually, we're going to put in 3 here, which actually holds more than a medium warehouse does. That seems weird, but, you know, it's not that big a deal. We will, I don't know what we'll store in there. We're not low on storage for too much except berries, and I really don't need any more berry storage. Anyway, before I get more distracted, we're going to go ahead and do the rooftop terrace here. There we go. And we're going to come this way. we're going to... Yes, I know. There's no good selected. We'll figure out what we need when we need it there. We've got our planks going in, so we've got plenty of stuff to build. We just need more trees, I think, to actually do that. And in fact, I'm going to go ahead and pause this so we stop using all of our logs to make planks that we don't quite need yet. Come over here. That should let me gather a good portion of this. We're just going to mark that. Once it's out of there, we will take a look and see if we want to make anything in this area. We already have enough science, so I think the next thing we're going to do is go ahead and get our gear workshop. We're going to put you there. We'll run a road right along here. Our power wheel can go there. We'll put a second here. Get another road just for that. And we'll set all three of these up to be gears. There's gears. Here's more gears. And gears. There we go. And then we can even look into, do we have enough yet for the large tank? No, it hasn't quite built back up, but that's okay. We've got a decent amount. Our beaver population is finally starting to go up, but it is definitely taking a lot longer than I would like it to. We're starting to run a little low on room, so I might as well put in another barracks here right on top. Just going to keep building out, get more of our people in here, hopefully. And then hopefully that'll let us speed up our build just a bit. We are still having problems pulling in as much kohlrabi as we need. The Iron Teeth are just not nearly as good of farmers as the Folktails are. So we're going to put in a second farm to support them. Let's toss that one. Oh, how about over here? This sounds good. They can still get that field, and then they can also plant some cassavas here for us, which we will start to worry about here in just a second. We will need a fermenter for them. Fermenters take 50. We could put this right off the back here and just siphon a little power if we wanted to, but I think we're going to do something more along the lines of, we'll put one here. We'll put, do I need a second one? I don't quite need a second one yet. So we're just going to toss you in, and build a path up to there. That should be just fine. Everything should be working okay there. Our foresters finally finished planting this whole forest. It'll grow back here and again, but I'm going to go ahead and pause both of these, and we'll keep an eye out for what needs replanted at what point, and we'll just send them to help fill out some of the places that our beavers will need to help fill out. We have enough science now for our medium tank, so we're going to go ahead, toss a couple of those in here. In fact, we'll probably just do 4 of them. We'll tell them this particular one is very important and everything else is kind of low importance. I'm going to prioritize that. I do think I need to get a couple more beavers in the hauling post to help move stuff around. But again, we're just slow. I'm going to tell them this needs prioritized so that it's always got something coming in. Right now we've got 30 beds and 21 possible beavers. We've got what looks like 20 jobs, but we've got a couple of injured. In fact, we're getting more and more injured. I'm not sure why I have got some of the clumsiest beavers around. It always works out that way. But sometimes you just have to live with what you get. What's holding us back right now is just the lack of logs, and our forester has planted quite a few in here, and as these grow up, it'll help speed things up. But for the moment, we're just not getting what we need. So we're going to go ahead and go out to the map and see if we can find some other places to pull in more logs while we wait for those other logs to grow up. So here's going to be the first spot. Let's go ahead, toss in that. And then once all of that is in here, we have some more trees this way. Here we go. Let's go ahead, put in a couple here. That looks good. And looks like a couple have grown back over here. We'll grab these. There we go. And we can go ahead and delete more of these out of here. There we go. High priority. And then we'll come up and get those just as soon as they move those out of the way. There we go. Those two can go. We will do 2 lumberjack flags there. And here we go. I know they'll be walking quite a ways to get some of this stuff, but it's still better than waiting on all those trees to grow up. So let's see. Let's do 1, 2 here, and we will make sure that those are marked. They are not marked cut. So now they are marked cut. Everything should be ready to cut. There we go. Just cut it all down. We'll get it all eventually. We've got the fermenter in, and our cassavas are starting to be fermented. So let's see if we can get some storage down in our little storage area over here. We'll toss the regular cassavas in this one. I think I have a small storage for them, but we'll get a regular size storage for them as well. There's the cassavas. And then we want another one of these. And now we want the fermented ones. There we go. Everybody should be happy. We're growing in happiness every day. We're getting some more logs thanks to moving out into the map a little bit farther, and hopefully these start to grow in, which should solve most of our logging problems, at least for a little while. However, we're still behind on the beavers, so I'm going to take a chance, and this could really hurt the colony, or it could really help the colony. We'll find out. I would like those two done, and we'll speed up the amount of small beavers we get, and hopefully that speeds up the amount of adult beavers that we get. In fact, now that we've got more food, we've got plenty of food for everybody, let's do a third water pump here, just to make sure that that doesn't go out at any particular time. Eventually, I'd like to put some water pumps out in the middle here so that we have a bit more safety when it comes to getting water, as well as this whole area, I believe, around here will probably be dedicated to picking up water and other various things, but that's going to be at least a couple episodes away. So we'll let these guys build this. It looks like our first medium tank is in, which means we can shift that to water. And I'm going to tell this one to obtain for now, prioritize by water, and hopefully that will take these out of there. I'm not going to remove that storage quite yet until we get at least another one of these in here, just to be safe. But hopefully that should do on water storage for at least a little while. We have 13 jobs and only 10 possible beavers. Speaking of which, beavers don't generally like to stay outside, so we're going to toss in a couple more houses for them here. But hopefully we can get these pumping out a couple more beavers to help us offset some of the missing jobs that we have, because we've got 13 missing right now and we don't have any of the hauling posts marked. Our second large tank got in, so I'm going to go ahead and remove all of these. We don't need them. We'll figure out something else to put in this area at some point. I just didn't feel like keeping those smaller ones around. Our forest has finally started to grow in, and we're still playing musical chairs with our beavers here and there. However, we are finally going up again in population. So that goes on. I think we're going to call it here for this time, but just want to say, as always, thank you very much for stopping by. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I will see you next time. Bye.